Have you ever felt stuck? Like no matter how hard you try, happiness seems just out of reach. Maybe you're facing constant struggles, whether it's work pressure, relationship challenges, or inner doubts. What if I told you that over 2,500 years ago, a man named Siddhartha Gautama, later known as Buddha, discovered a roadmap to peace and fulfillment that still holds true today? What if following his path could transform your life and help you live with greater peace, no matter the chaos around you? Stay with me as we uncover the 4 noble truths that could change your life, starting right now. Let's start with the first noble truth, the truth of suffering, or dukkha, in Buddhist teachings. Now, I know, hearing the word suffering isn't exactly what you want to hear when looking for motivation, right? But stay with me. Buddha's message wasn't about gloom and doom. He simply pointed out something we all feel, but rarely talk about. Life is challenging. Think about your daily struggles. Ever felt overwhelmed, anxious, or unfulfilled? You've been there. I've been there. We've all been there. Buddha taught that suffering is a natural part of life. But here's the key. It's not about avoiding pain. It's about understanding it. When we accept that suffering exists, we take the first step toward peace. What if I told you that understanding your suffering is the very first step to freedom? Sounds counterintuitive, right? But it's true. Now let's move to the second noble truth, the cause of suffering. Buddha said that the root of all our pain lies in attachment, our cravings, our desires, and our expectations. Have you ever noticed how much stress comes from wanting things to be a certain way? We want the perfect job, the ideal relationship, or the ideal version of ourselves. But what happens when we don't get them? We feel disappointed, frustrated, even angry. This craving is like a fire that constantly demands to be fed. The more you feed it, the stronger it grows. But the moment you stop, it begins to burn out. That's the secret. Suffering comes when we cling to things we can't control or things that aren't permanent. But what if the key to real freedom wasn't in getting rid of everything you crave, but in learning how to let go of the attachment to those things? Stay with me. We're getting to the game-changing part. This brings us to the third noble truth, the end of suffering. Here's where things start to get exciting. Buddha's message wasn't that life has to be full of pain forever. It's that you can end suffering by releasing your attachment to it. It sounds almost too simple, right? But what if you could find peace by letting go of the need for everything to be perfect? How many times have you struggled because something didn't go according to your plan? Buddha taught that liberation comes from accepting life as it is, rather than forcing it to be something it's not. Imagine the relief. What if you could stop holding on so tightly to expectations and embrace the flow of life? The good news is, it's possible, and it's a skill you can develop. But here's the catch. It's not easy. Releasing attachment requires a shift in mindset, and that brings us to the fourth noble truth. The fourth noble truth is the path to the end of suffering, known as the Eightfold Path. Think of it as a practical roadmap to transforming your life. It's not a magic fix. It's about consistent practice. The Eightfold Path includes things like right speech, right action, right mindfulness, habits that, when practiced, allow you to live with greater awareness and peace. It's easy to think of happiness as something we can get. But Buddha taught that happiness isn't a goal to chase. It's a way of living. By applying the Eightfold Path, you align your thoughts, actions, and mindset to create a life that flows with peace instead of resistance. But here's the powerful secret. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out today. The important thing is to begin now. So now that you've uncovered the four noble truths, what are you going to do with them? The first step is to acknowledge the suffering in your life and realize it's okay to feel that way. The second step is to recognize what's causing that suffering, your attachments, your cravings. The third step is to believe that you can end this cycle. And the fourth is to start applying the eightfold path in your everyday life. Remember, this isn't about achieving perfection. It's about progress. Small steps toward a more peaceful, fulfilling life. But here's the best part. You don't have to do it alone. I've got another video for you right now that will teach you the art of letting go, a critical step to achieving true peace and freedom. Click the link on your screen now and let's dive into that together. Don't wait for tomorrow. Your peace is waiting for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more such insightful videos.